Oh, it ain't nothing like the old school. Wouldn't be here today if the old school didn't pave my way. What up, fam? It's your boy T3. Time to do what we do. We know tonight starts Mandalorian and Grogu. Grogu. Oh my god, Grogu. You know, there ain't no Dragon Ball Z happening around here. But you know what we do? I start with me, you, and the crew. Now pull up, Pony.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
Afro Tug Nation. It's your boy, T3. Geek Town, let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, let's pay these bills. Like, subscribe, share, comment, come talk to your boy. I appreciate everybody that comes through. 315 subscribers. You've been out there telling your mama, been telling your friends, but that's not what brought you up in here today. Yes, tonight, Star Wars, Mandalorian, Grogu, everything that is about to go down leads into season 4 for this series and sets up future Star Wars movies in the making. So, what have we learned and what are my expectations? Let's start with what we learned. First, in season 1, we learned that Grogu was even alive, that this is a whole new character to a whole new game and a whole new shebang. Yoda has a cousin in the species and his name is Grogu. For the longest child, the name was the Child. You know what I'm saying? That's all we called it, the Child. And then it was out to be Moff Gideon was seeking it, trying to find it because it needed his blood to continue the cloning process, because this led into Palpatine and we had into Rey and all the rest of those things, right? Season 2 kicks off. You know what I'm saying? You meet Ahsoka. Well, we didn't meet Ahsoka, but we got Ahsoka live action for the first time as she's hunting down the Witch Knight sisters and trying to find out where your man Thrawn is because of everything that happened with Ezra and all the rest of these things. What happened in Star Wars Rebels? Well, along the way, she meets the Child, in which then you find out his name is Grogu, because Grogu was how she was able to communicate with them through the Force. You got a little bit of what went down in Order 66 and when everything would happen with Grogu, how he ended up, how he got away, who's the Jedi who died protecting Grogu as he was getting him out of the one of the younglings that was in the game. You also got Moff Gideon with the black saber, as you saw in the end of season 1 when he shows up trying to capture the child from the Mandalorian. And so you knew the Mandalorians were going to be all up in this, even though you already had your boy Mando, who was a bounty hunter, who was looking like your boy Boba Fett and all the rest of these things. And that came into play with that. So then you ended up with Luke Skywalker saving the child. Well, now Grogu taking him back, teaching him the way of the Force and so forth and so on. Then you go on to season 3 where you go and find out Grogu picks Mando to be his adopted father-like figure and then decided not to follow Luke. You got Ahsoka going on in her journey that leads into her piece. You also come across Boba Fett and his suit and everything else like that. You also come across everything that you need to know about Mando, his backstory, his helmet, his whole situation, Bo-Katan, their clan, the 2 different Mandalorian species, and so forth and so on, and how the whole war and everything transpired. Plus Bo-Katan getting the Darksaber back to lead her people that's going on across with Mandalore, and the Mando getting his helmet back on to where he has it on full time all over again because he had removed it and it was like against his whole religion and all the rest of the stuff, but that was here nor there. You also had the Book of Boba Fett, which was like a side story with the story that goes along with the whole Star Wars themes. One thing that I always loved about the Star Wars franchise, everything connects, everything is linked to the next, pieces in between. We're getting fillers. You know what I'm saying? With all the movies, and I know a lot of people are complaining about where we got so many stories with Luke and Darth Vader, and we want to go into the New Republic, which is all great and fine and dandy. But they're also filling in portions of the movie so it could feel more complete with aspects of the game and everything, and other things that were happening along this timeline. So now we have the movie. Before we go into season 4, before we go into the next piece, Mando is now a full-time bounty hunter working for the Republic, bringing in people dead or alive, doing what he had to do to make money for him and Grogu to come up together. Grogu is his full-time, I guess, his Padawan or his assistant at that particular time, and is doing everything they need to do to get things going across the galaxy. But along the way, some things are going to happen that is going to not only challenge their relationship, but challenge what they do and how they move about and what's going on. It also falls in the timeline of Emperor Thrawn as we're getting ready for Ahsoka season 2, which does drop this year. And how this movie is going to go into the next, I want to say 2 other movies going on. Now, the rumor is, and I don't follow rumors as hard as I would want to, because everybody has something to say and everybody is giving out false information. Star Wars is going to move forward with the Emperor Thrawn story. I would feel that would be a smart move, only because that is a story that has yet to be told, and the Emperor Thrawn is a great villain to go into. I think we're kind of overkilled with Palpatine and all the rest of this stuff. What happened with Rey and your boy Kylo Ren and all the rest of these things. They've had to make some corrections that went on with the last 3 Star Wars movies, but they're all still incorporating and bringing those pieces and those aspects into the game. So, with that being said, the next 2 movies after this should be Thrawn and Ahsoka coming up. That's going to be intertwined and connected. We also are asking 1,000 questions because we know Yoda species, Grogu species, live a long time. So we know the things and episodes that happen with Rey and Finn and all the rest of them. Grogu is out in the universe somewhere. Is he in a full Mandalorian suit with a lightsaber? Or is he just out hiding on another planet somewhere like Yoda did? We don't know that yet, but this is why we're telling the story. So we'll know where things are at, where people are, what adventures he's on, and what other aspects in the game. Don't go in with this full-on aspects of, I need this to happen. Let it ride. Let it play out. Let's see what happens. And then let's judge it based on what they give us. I'm excited. I cannot wait. I hope you are here for all of this. I am. I cannot wait for tonight. We will have a non-spoiler review first thing either tonight or first thing in the morning. So we'll see how we feeling, what's going on, how it's going down. I'm feeling I'm going to be excited enough or pissed off enough to actually talk to you on this. So keep an eyes out for your Tick Boy on TikTok, Instagram, and of course on YouTube. Afro Tuck Nation, it's your boy. Alright fam, you know what it is when the song comes on. It's time for your man to get long and get gone. Cause if you see your mans in the streets, oh! Hit him with the beef. Hit him with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle. Like, subscribe, share. Let's go.
Caught in the crossfire.